Well, good morning and welcome to the Renaissance Center, and thank you, Stephen. I really appreciate everybody being here today, especially for those who've traveled to join us in Detroit. I also want to give a special thank you to Daniel Rodriguez for that wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Can we give him a round of applause? At GM, we are proud to host today's seminar in collaboration with the state of Michigan and the Walt Disney Company. Our goal is to bring together federal, state, and local best practices to help employers attract, hire, and retain veterans and their spouses. Also supporting our efforts today are members from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the Veterans Administration, the Pentagon, and the Bush Institute, as well as our friends from Channel 7, Quicken Loans, and USAA. Like all of you, we are proud to support the men and women who have given so much to our country and who serve as an inspiration for all of us. On behalf of the GM team, I salute you for being here today to pursue this very important effort. As many of you may know, Michigan has a strong tradition of supporting the U.S. military. During World War II, for example, the Detroit automotive industry became the chief supplier to America's arsenal of democracy. The men and women of GM were proud to produce more than 1 million trucks, tanks, armored vehicles, and aircraft engines, not to mention vast quantities of rifle machine guns and ammunition. Today, well over 650,000 veterans call Michigan their home, and you will hear more about them later in the program. At GM, our relationship with our nation's military dates back to more than a century, to before World War I. And I have to tell you, my father was a World War II veteran of a member of the Army 10th Mountain Division. And he left General Motors when he was called to serve. General Motors welcomed him back and then trained him to be a die maker, where he then served and had a wonderful 39-year career. So personally, the history of General Motors in supporting the military is very important to me. Today, it continues through many philanthropic, educational, and training opportunities, but also the very important employment training opportunities and initiatives that we'll be talking about today. As you'll hear, there is a tremendous need for the private sector to hire our military service members and their spouses right now. During the next 5 years, 120,000 servicemen and women per year will be transitioning from the military service to the private sector. All of them possess unique skills and experiences, and they're ready to work and contribute just like they did in their military role. GM's sponsorship of this seminar is part of our overall plan to support the military. We are proud to be a corporate partner and participating member of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and to support the Hiring Our Heroes program. GM is also a member of the 100,000 Jobs Mission, a coalition originally dedicated to hiring more than 100,000 veterans, but who has already helped more than 240,000 veterans obtain jobs. The coalition has since increased their goal to 300,000 jobs, and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has challenged us to make it 500,000, and I think that's a challenge we should take. We also have several programs designed to train military personnel for work in GM dealerships and in our work with the UAW, we are participating in employment councils and provide weekly notification of both salary and hourly job opportunities. GM also looks to help our heroes through philanthropic efforts. Last month, the GM Foundation donated $1 million to Habitat for Humanity to fund several projects, including 9 new homes in the United States for current and former military members. 2 of the Habitat homes will be built in Michigan, 1 in Detroit and 1 in Flint, thanks to the participation of our UAW partners and our GM Veterans Employee Group. It's great to see that those who have already given so much to our country continue to give back today through community service. And this evening, GM is sponsoring a fundraising gala with Stephen Siller, Tunnels to Tower Foundation, and the Fallen and Wounded Soldiers of Michigan to help support our returning veterans. This is all part of GM's Military Appreciation Program, which kicked off last month with the most comprehensive military discount program in the industry. Now, the attendance of so many Michigan companies at this seminar, I think, speaks volume to the state of Michigan. It speaks about your collective willingness to hire our nation's veterans. Like all of you, we at GM are here to learn and to find new ways to identify and hire veterans, and today's program is designed to help us do just that. Today, we will hear about many companies that are building effective hiring strategies to hire current and former military members and also hear from employers who have already made that commitment. In addition, several businesses and veterans will discuss the challenges they face and the many resources available to help support the hiring of veterans. And very importantly, Disney will share their proven techniques for attracting and hiring military members and their spouses. Through it all, I believe we will gain a better understanding of the talents that veterans have to offer, the unique training they possess, and their readiness for productive employment in the private sector. Like all of you, we at GM are proud to support those who protect our freedoms and our way of life. I know I speak for everyone when I say, when it comes to appreciation for our men and women in uniform, we are all on the same team. So thank you, and now let me turn it back to Stephen Clark.